Welcome back to We Are Austin. We're glad you're hanging out with us today. You know, visual art, I think anybody who appreciates art knows that it can be a total mood changer, and it can brighten up what some might think of even a scary place. For instance, children's doctors' offices or medical settings. Well, our friend Leigh Watson Acord, artist and owner of Watson Murals, is wanting her artwork to put smiles on your tiny Texans' faces, especially when they're in delicate situations and maybe need some medical attention. Welcome back, Leigh, one of my favorite guests. It's great to see you.
Hey, Trevor. Good morning.
So there's something a little different about today. We've got a little construction chic outfit going on, and I think I spy that Verde, that Austin FC green behind you. Where are you?
I'm in the construction parking lot of the new soccer stadium. Yes, this is as close as I'm allowed to get for, legal purposes on TV. But yeah, this is where we are all week in our full PPE gear and making this place beautiful.
Well, that is so exciting. It's just a taste. You know, last time we spoke, you were about to head out on that project, and there you are in the middle of it. We cannot wait to see that work once it's allowed. Very cool. But today we're talking about some other really important work that you're doing. We're talking about the importance of calming and familiar and comforting artwork, especially in children's medical settings. And this is something that's kind of common for you. This is really cool. Tell us a little bit about it.
Yes. So we've done quite a bit of artwork in hospitals and like specialty care centers, in a lot of dental offices as well. And like next week, we're going to be traveling down to San Antonio for a client that she does pediatric dentistry. And I was telling Trevor earlier that I did her first office in Lytle, Texas. I believe it was in 2009.
Wow.
And I know. And since then, for this one particular client, she really invests in her children's just sort of, in her clients' just comfortability. And I think we've painted at least 8 different offices all over Texas, from Laredo to Kerrville, San Antonio, like all over Central and South Texas.
Wow, that is very cool. And it just speaks to the great relationships that you build with clients, that they want you back and over again. Over a decade, that is pretty impressive.
Yeah, the trust is there for sure.
Yeah, the trust in the relationship. So, yeah. I mean, we were chatting a little bit, and this isn't really just a matter of kind of putting some fun colors up on a wall to distract a kid, but some serious thought goes into concepting for children's medical space, right?
It really, really does. And I didn't realize how much I would enjoy it until I got very involved. And just the direction that you get to take is really neat. We did a lot of work at Texas Children's Hospital in Houston and in the specialty care one here in Austin. And it was so fulfilling because I really got to talk with the board of the directors of the hospital and the doctors themselves and find out, okay, what is this child going to be doing when they go into this room? Oh, it's a radiology, or they're getting all these audio tests. So we painted these really cool murals that were actually, this one was in Austin. It's bats, because bats have sonar hearing.
Oh, yeah.
And so when the kids are in there getting all this stuff done, they look over and there's a whole Austin scene with bats wearing the same gear that the kids are wearing, and it gets their mind off of it. That's the goal, to kind of switch. If this is where they draw blood. So we put up really fun, almost interactive murals so that they could, while that's happening over here, they can look and count how many butterflies do you see, and they can focus. And so it's like drawing the kids. And then the other one that we did 2 different floors in Texas Children's, and they were going to be wheeled around in the gurney from one room to another room. And I was standing in the hallway thinking, well, what are they looking at here? And I look up, and hospitals have those white ceiling tiles.
Right.
So I asked, could we paint the ceiling tiles? And we did. Wow. We created a whole wayfinding complete mural on the ceilings. And it's all in depending on what floor they were on, it's like, oh, this is the aquatic floor. It's like, okay, count the fish. How many fish are you going to see between here and this room? And oh, when we get to the turtles, you've arrived to your next room that you're going to be in. These poor children are so scared, and they don't want the same things that adult ones. We want white, stark, clean. They just want familiar things to calm them. And that was a long thing, but that's.
Oh, it's
and we're
so
doing
special.
It again. We're going back to Houston again in 3 months to do it all over again.
It's really special though, because it's Gosh, it's almost part of the treatment. You know, as a parent, you certainly understand what that could be like. And, you know, you are going to be with these kids, even though you're not there for a long, long time, which I think that is so very special. Now, do you get hired by these hospitals directly? How does that work?
Sometimes directly, but then other times we will be hired on, the hospital will hire an art consulting firm to help kind of facilitate the board of directors and all the, you know, the hospitals are big, to people like me. And I love it, because one of the favorite things I love to do, I realized over the years, my art isn't so much about what I want to paint. It is, I happen to have a gift, and if I get to work with other collaborators, and like H. Marion Art Consulting, they're a consulting firm out of Chicago. And oh my gosh, working with them is so nice, because they're creative and they understand, and I can bounce ideas off, and we get the best work, I think, out of using an extra firm to kind of really hone in on what the client wants, and the process, it makes it so much easier. But I'm able to just paint for the client, paint for what they want. And that's what I enjoy the most, is just use my talent and let's see what I can deliver for you.
That's right. I love that. That collaboration is very, very cool. So
fantastic. It's fun.
It really is. And so this is an opportunity for, you know, I know that there are people out there who might be watching who are members of committees, or they're on a board, or of a certain nonprofit, or a medical setting, or somewhere. I know you're out there watching. This is a really great idea to really brighten up a space and provide some comfort to that setting. Leigh, if people are interested in maybe collaborating with you, especially to ease the tension of what could potentially be a scary situation for kids in a medical setting, how do we get in touch with you?
Go to my website, watsonmurals.com, give me a phone call, shoot me a text, send me an email. All of the ways you'll get to me. And it's me. I'm the one behind the computer.
That's right. I mean, you're getting big, but I know you're probably still very much hands on there with the client.
I'm still the one. I am the one painting and talking at the same time. Well, I feel like I'm doing it this way.
That's someone you want to do business with right there. That's awesome. Leigh, it's so good to see you. Thanks for the art and the beauty that you're bringing to the community in so many different ways. That's why I love these segments, because we get to see how versatile and dynamic your talent and your services are, whether you're keeping kids safe and happy in a medical setting, you're brightening up that beautiful green stadium for the new Austin FC, or if you're just making a beautiful nursery for somebody's private home. You do it all. It's so great to meet you. Thanks for your talent.
Oh, thank you, Trevor. Thanks for talking to me and letting me ramble on.
Same here. We could get in trouble when we get on a Zoom, because we're friends, and it's that could be dangerous. It's great to see you. Thanks so much. We're going to put that information on the screen one more time, how you can get a hold of Watson Murals to brighten up your space no matter what it is. We appreciate you being here, Leigh, and we'll see you friends on the other side of the break. Don't go anywhere.